Hey guys, it's Julesy, and a bit of a different background because I've completely moved out of my Dallas apartment. It's my last night here. Just got back from my little bit of travels through Europe and then being in New York, and I'm headed back to New York for a couple weeks before I officially, New York, then San Francisco, and then I move. My life is in shambles, which is why I'm looking crazy right now. But girl, what we not gonna do is leave my smart brown girl and the fellas behind on this insecure review because we are keeping our word this season. Yes, girl. I feel comfortable with the hair right now, but we're gonna do what it do. Hold on, let me fix it up real quick. Give me a second. It's not the worst of the worst, but I like it when it's dry and fluffy. It just looks oh so luxurious. But this ain't about the hair. This is about Insecure, season 3, episode 2. All right. So some of the comments I got for the last episode review, I understand when people feel like the first episode was a little bit slow or there wasn't a whole lot to it, because the only time like the first episode of a season is really gonna pack a whole punch and be like boom, boom, bow, like wow, what just happened, is typically the pilot episode, like the first episode of the very, very first episode of the show ever. Every other first episode of a season after that is conjoining the previous episode and setting up for the storylines for the next season. It's more or less like catching you up and putting you on is what's happening. So I never expect the first episode of a continuing season to be super like, wow, amazing, that's so much going on, yada, yada, yada. And then this episode too, I feel like was a good bit of expose. So I know last review I did not talk about her job. For me though, I'm not as invested or like about Issa and her job, because at this point it's a holdover from Awkward Black Girl, which is why I made the comment last episode about, one, why is there such a big gap between her and her homegirls? And a lot of people I feel like took it about me just talking about like money. This is what y'all understand. How many times do I really just come on here and talk about things in terms of like capital, right? As a person who believes in capitalism, always going to capitalize, I'm always talking about more than just simply money, dollars in hand. When I say why haven't your friends helped you or why is there a big gap, you kind of do move along with your sphere of influence and your social group of peers, right? There is a very large financial gap between me and one of my closest friends. She got a couple extra zeros in her bank account. I ain't where, how, what? My association with her and her being my friend has inspired me. It has shaped the way that I view money, the way that I do things. No, my friends have not gotten me jobs or given me money, but because of them, I do get to walk into certain rooms. I do get access to certain people. You know, it's both aspiration, inspiration. It is both the way I think about things, the way that it inspires me, and the access that I have to other people. So that's what I mean about this gap, because like Issa don't like her job. The other question is, but what is Issa good at? Like, what does she actually like? It doesn't seem like she's passionate about being in this sphere of nonprofit either. Like, is she passionate about helping the kids? Now, you know what you could do? You can always just become performative and get that money, girl. A lot of people in nonprofit education, performative activists, making buku bucks out here in these streets, girl. I don't, Issa, what you doing? But that scene with Kelly is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, the fact that you have a friend who's an accountant who can, like, you might not sit down with them. They might not really give you accountant services, but the fact that, like, they will talk to you and shape how you view credit and how you view saving and how you go about doing, like, I think we tend to live life in this lens, this false lens of thinking that we really do things on our own, and there are very few things in life that you have really done and achieved truly on your own. There is always somebody who has influenced and guided the energy and boom, 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 that. Boom. Okay, so let's rewind it back here. I did not speak a whole lot about the job last review because it is a holdover from Awkward Black Girl, and I'm just kind of like, we been knowing old girl cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We been knowing she racist. We been knowing she ain't got no damn sense. Issa been at this job for 7-11 years. Like, sis, what is it to like talk shit about her boss? Like, we been knowing everybody trash. So like, what is it? And then when Issa got the chance to speak up, when she got the chance to be buck, when she got the chance to use her voice, she trips over herself. I think there's a way where she was thinking in her mind where she could have articulated that very effectively, and instead she just is like, well, why is it always gotta be me? Why it always gotta be me? And I mean, it was interesting to me to see the gay white guy, who was rude and racist, and I think that's on purpose and intentional, and there's something to catch there. But tell her, it just kind of is the way the cookie crumbles, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. My humble opinion, I do not think old boy was wrong there. Issa Boss kept saying, my hand's holding the community. Like, she really has like a white savior complex, and I think every critique I can give of her, I think we've known since the days of Awkward Black Girl. She has a white savior savior complex, is oblivious, she's aloof, she's racist, she's condescending. It's a trash job for Issa. But it does seem like Issa's not a person with a passion. I don't relate. I don't want to say I don't relate in like a condescending or shady way, even though that's exactly how it comes across. In my mind, I don't understand how you live life or get through life without ever figuring out something that you love doing. I could get people not being as passionate as myself, right? Because, you know, my own siblings, my own immediate family, I have family members who are not passionate like myself, but at least you find a way of life maybe that you want to achieve. So maybe you're not passionate about what you do, but you do have a way of life that you like living. There is a viewpoint of yourself that you like, you know, like I don't think my sister is really passionate about any career option, but I do think that she has a very particular image of herself that she wants to represent and that she wants the world to see her as. So that's what will guide her into a particular career. There are aspects about the character Issa where like there's some sort of fire in her. There's something, whether it's the representation of self, whether it's a representation of lifestyle, or like what you do, there's something that has to motivate her, and I'm interested in seeing what that actually might be. I don't think I'm necessarily right here in this arena because I just don't relate to being that type of person, but you know, I would love to hear for y'all that are like searching for your passion, that don't really care for anything in particular and just kind of like going through the motions of life, how you view Issa and her trajectory. Somebody on Twitter last week was like, isn't it funny how Issa's just becoming Lawrence? Because like, bro, I mean, does this like development of the character Issa change the way that we view Lawrence, right? That last season it did come across as if Issa was the breadwinner. Issa was the one that was passionate about her job, that was doing something, and now, you know, whoo girl, that scene with Kelly and they kept flashing to that 425 credit score. Every time 425 popped up on my screen, my feelings was hurt. I was hurt for Issa, like how God's great earth do you think a 425 credit score, like, as I said earlier, that scene with Kelly was exactly what I was kind of talking about. Jada played the ish out of Uncle Daniel. She basically called him Jay. She basically said, you like J. Cole and your music puts me to sleep. J. Cole doesn't put me to sleep, but I've heard plenty of people be like, J. Cole puts them to sleep. And I feel like that's basically what she was telling Daniel. Them lines was real stilted, but we are not going to come from a child in her acting. She was cute. That was, I guess, cute. Okay, moving on. Backpedaling to the thought about like Issa and Lauren. Issa did seem like the more passionate person in the past 2 seasons, and now she's sleeping on a couch for the free. Does not have like a direction in life at this point, and she's applying for this property manager job. So it's not even like she's trying to stay in her silo or that she's passionate about this. So I guess does that low-key make it grimier, the fact that she cheated on Lawrence now? Like, because I think we all kind of sympathize with Issa understanding what it's like to be with a person who has no ambition. But I guess neither of you do. What's the gag? Wow. We get a little flash of Issa and her brother. I kind of want to delve a little bit more into her relationship with her brother. Like, why can she not stay with him? You can move the marijuana plants around. I've lived with a gay man before. You will have to take the fact that he gonna be bumping bussies, all right? My brother aggravates the ish out of me, but I would definitely let him sleep on my couch if he was in Issa's position. I made the comment last episode that I was just enjoying the fact that Lawrence Daniel was at least dating identifiably black women, and I have to double back on that. The lighting was just excellent last season episode. She's a girl from the BuzzFeed video where they're like when you're dating someone and the weird habits they have, and that video was hilarious. Same girl. Vanessa ain't feeling Daniel. Wow, we are developing these characters more and realizing that everyone across the board just ain't shit. Daniel, who we thought had BDE, big dick energy, which means he has a quiet confidence, ain't as confident as we thought. Wow, hubris. Here it is. We got it this episode. This is where I'm going. What I enjoy about Insecure, and making the comment that what developing these characters you realize everybody ain't shit, is, well, everyone's human, because I think in real life, what the show does is it makes you think about who you are as a person and the way you interact with the world. And the fact that a lot of us, probably myself included, see ourselves as very valiant people. You know, I'll acknowledge my shortcomings. I ain't promoting my shortcomings, though. I'm not putting my shortcomings on blast, though. We are kind of seeing characters that we would love to see the best in them because it shows us the best of ourselves. But kind of seeing their more human side and then realizing, like, okay, they go through it too. It is, as much as I'd be inclined to be like, oh, Daniel, you're supposed to have BDE. You're supposed to just have confidence all the time. You're a cornball now. You ain't shit. You know, most as I want to, like, be snarky and talk-ish and, you know, give him the side eye, it is also like, well, he's a human being. And that's, like, a human reaction. I think the point is Daniel really respects Issa. I mean, I think the more we're fleshing out his character now, it is kind of like he really does like her though. Like, is like the right word? He definitely cares about her in some way. For someone to call you and be like, can I stay on your couch for a few more weeks? I don't have an end date. Por favor, no pussy involved here. Sometimes I punch you in the gut with my words, sir. And you're just like, yeah, even though he tried to throw that alley-oop about Vanessa giving an F. I mean, he's being a damn good friend to her. Off the strength. Like, a nigga on the couch, not paying no rent. Woo! The only thing I have a hard time believing between Daniel and Issa's interaction is that they're really bonding over his music. This is a shady thought maybe on my part, because Issa don't seem like she got a musical ear, and so when she's like, I'm just like, this is cliche, but okay, that's what we're going with. Daniel went for Issa first and protecting her when the shooting started in the club. Oh, wait. Oh boy from Greenleaf that was beating up my little girl Zora. He stay playing an F-boy. He like the boy that played Tyreek. Always playing these characters that's just the F-boy. That's a waste of time, a waste of breath. That's not smooth, not suave, and you not cute neither. It was fun to see Issa's awkward interaction actually be like the movement to get them into the club, and Daniel's sort of ego and pride or just like insecurities all kind of colliding and, you know, not helping him progress in that scene. But it was interesting to see Daniel get curved, and I think again this is just opening up, this is just developing him as a character. This is giving him more depth, because I think it is really easy to portray a man as like BDE, cool confidence, he always got his swag on, he always good, he barely, you know, he always just glides through this world, because that's how we tend to be taught to view men. But to see that he does have insecurities and to see him get curved, a lot of this episode was clearly to build out the character of Daniel. I know this is still all over the place, and I don't really feel like I'm saying a whole lot about the show in these past two reviews, but I think we're just going through a good bit of expose and we're building it up, and maybe like the third and fourth episode will finally be the pop off to the storyline. Because I'm like, all right, where are Issa and Daniel going with their interaction with each other? Like, clearly Issa gonna be there for a minute. Clearly there's some sexual tension. Clearly he cares about her. Clearly she feels some type way, but she don't really know because she feel both ways. She both like him and don't really like him like that. She both want to sleep with him, but she knows she don't need to because she needs to get over this past relationship she just broke up from. You know, it's like a lot of moving pieces, and I'm waiting for them to kind of congeal into a, all right, here's the angle we're taking. It's tiptoeing around each other right now for me, and I'm enjoying just all the kind of comedic relief that they add to the episodes. Like, I think Insecure is good for the over-the-top characters, the people that we encounter in life, both with the green braces at the bar, the girls curving Daniel, the co-workers while Issa's eating her PBJ and the rest of them is eating out. Girl, woo, we gotta get that 425 credit score up though. It's really not that difficult. All right, I have a flight to catch to where I'm moving to you know, finish some things up, and then to New York, which is where I'll be for 2 weeks. I lost my good lens, so sorry the quality of this is a little less. It's probably echoing here because the apartment's empty. I'm getting my life together, we're getting it on, we're getting it popping, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So the Insecure reviews will be coming consistently, but thank you for riding with me, and thank you for your patience and understanding. I appreciate the F out of you. I hope the dialogue and discussion down below and your thoughts on this review are popping, because I want to hear what y'all think. Help me out here, okay? Deuces!